MyNBC5 Sports Desk.
The sun was out, the weather was perfect, and it was the kind of day that made you want to find your favorite activity, like taking your dog to the pool, and escape to your happy place. Happy Saturday night. I'm Jack Main. This is the NBC5 Sports Desk. As the high school football season inches closer, teams are preparing for opening week and getting familiar with their opponents. And for the most awkward transition of all time, I headed over to South Burlington to check out what their scrimmages were looking like this morning. First day of full game speed at the South Burlington turf, where today the combo team from Burlington South Burlington welcomed in the defending state champion Essex Hornets and the U-32 Raiders for a three-team scrimmage on Saturday morning. Now, a couple of things became apparent as the day rolled on. The first thing is that Essex is very much alive and well. Despite graduating 12 seniors and losing their starting quarterback to injury for the season, Essex very much has the same speed and tenacity that they played with last year that led them into a state championship. Essex drew up a number of plays in their flats for their running backs and for their tight ends, where they were able to get chunks of yards, and they took calculated shots downfield, and they found all the holes in the South Burlington and U-32 defenses when it was necessary.
I was surprised about all of our guys. We have a lot of sophomores that are out here this year, and they stepped it up. They started to realize that JV is a little bit different than varsity, playing on a Friday night, and they showed that they can stick with the best in the state.
On the other side of things, Burlington South Burlington is a long way from competing for a state championship. That offense was essentially not effective at all today, completing just one touchdown pass over the 3 hours of scrimmage today on the turf.
Had two distinct rounds. The very first round we went through, it was a typical game day jitters. Getting used to hitting a different opponent for the first time is always, it's always challenging. So I thought it picked up, quite honestly, for everyone in the second round through. So it looked like it got a lot better as we went along.
Defensively for the SeaWolves, they have a huge problem in the secondary, as U-32 was able to pick apart that defense with their deep ball offense. Now, U-32 was the surprise of the day. That team kept up with both South Burlington and Essex pretty much the entire time, despite the fact that they're playing at the Division II level and won't face either of these teams all season long.
You mentioned the Division I competition here. It's about speed. It's hard to simulate this type of speed in practice, and so we were able to do that today, and hopefully they're ready for Friday night.
Their season this week, Essex travels down to Rutland. U-32 welcomes in Fairhaven, and the SeaWolves will head to Burton. Well, a huge win for the SOX yesterday, putting up 9 runs on 16 hits, and they look to secure a series win in Game 2 this afternoon. SOX trying to win back-to-back games, while the Rays are looking to win 8 of their last 7. We're picking up here in the bottom of the first inning. J.D. Martinez facing Jeffrey Springs. Couple of runners on, and that's going to clank off the bottom of the monster. Tommy Pham, Alex Verdugo come in to score. And J.D. Martinez, let's get that guy hot. Red Sox up 2-0. Few batters later, Bobby Dahlbeck with the bases jammed. He's going to single into center field. Here comes Raffy Big Scoops, and here comes Trevor Story fresh off the IL. 4-0 Boston. Head to the fourth now. Kike Hernandez gets a slider, inner part of the plate, and it's up under the Plymouth Rock sign. Kike Hernandez, his second home run since coming off the IL. Sox up 5-0. Heading into the 8th, how about some defense? Jerry's familiar on the mound, but Alex Verdugo in right field. Give that man a gold glove. Red Sox win it. They take their first series against Tampa Bay since the ALDS last year. Today was Old Timers Day at Citi Field, and the New York Mets announced that they are going to retire the Say Hey Kids number 24. Willy Mays already has his number retired with the Giants, where he played 21 of his 23 Major League seasons. Mays spent the last year and a half with the Mets, playing in 135 total games with the Mets, but he was a part of the Giants' transition from New York to San Francisco. The Mets, he played 726 games with the New York Giants, an All-Star 4 times, Rookie of the Year, and an MVP. As for the Mets on the field today, they took home a 3-0 victory over the Colorado Rockies. Starling Marte had an RBI double. Brandon Nimmo picked up a solo shot. David Peterson, he was fantastic as well. 6 strong innings, striking out 7. I think the New York Mets, best team in New York. Best team in New York. Who's going to say otherwise? And the Yankees and A's are tied at 0 right now.
I guess we'll have to wait and see.
It's the Mets. It's the Mets. If it's not Boston,
Heard
it's
it
the
here
Mets.
first, I suppose. All right, nice tomorrow, right, Matt?
Nice tomorrow, beautiful, mid-80s.
All right, thanks for joining us tonight here at 11 o'clock. Have a great Saturday night, everyone.